on the next ABC Afterschool Special, Cocaine.
You four have been friends forever.
It can kill a friendship.
Think we should say something to Coach about it? I'm watching you come apart. It's like you're a different person.
Someone told Coach she's got a drug problem.
You did something you knew was right. I don't swim with tattletales.
Tattle, when to tell on a friend.
Gen Xers and Zennials like me were the last kids to grow up in the pre-internet age. We were raised by hose water, neglect, and lots of TV. As I explained in this video that I made when I first started my channel, link in the description by the way, there was one series in particular that had millions of us racing home to watch when they aired on those handful of days each school year. Yes, I am talking about the ABC Afterschool Special, those melodramatic cautionary tales that had the most awesome literal titles like She Drinks a Little and Schoolboy Father, spanning an incredible 25 seasons, airing between 1972 and 1997 with a total of 156 episodes. ABC Afterschool Specials were short films that tackled a wide range of topics, offering up both entertainment and valuable life lessons that left a lasting impression on an entire generation. From heartwarming stories to discussions of tricky subjects, these episodes offered a passive way for 70s and 80s kids to learn and gain some perspective while facing the challenges of the time. Like Mr. Rogers did for us when we were little, Afterschool Specials talked to us about difficult subjects at an age-appropriate level. These stories may come across as cringe in the present day, but they brought big issues into our small worlds back then, causing us to really think about consequences, other people's problems, and life-changing events. Afterschool Specials dealt with plenty of hot topics, including bullies, stuttering, inner beauty, physical abuse, foster care, dropping out of school, racism, disabilities, and death. But they also explored lighter fare like what would happen if you turned into a dog for a day, or how to deal with having a crush on your teacher, or how hard it is to anonymously write an advice column for the school newspaper. This show had a big influence during its time, which meant that the people making each episode had a huge responsibility when it came to putting these stories in front of millions of young eyeballs with impressionable minds. And while doing my research for this video, I found out that the ABC network had one non-negotiable rule for every episode. According to the man who produced the majority of the Afterschool Specials, Martin Tassi, quote, "The only rule of storytelling that ABC required we follow was the kid always had to figure out what to do and do it. No finger waving by parents. No lectures by parents. It was a kid who was in a situation and found, through his or her own efforts, a solution." And that, my friends, is what sets this show apart and why I love it so much. Hey you guys, my name is Natalie and this is my channel, my so-called Gen X life, where I talk about all things 70s, 80s, and 90s, and in today's video, I'm going to share 20 more ABC Afterschool Special episodes that I love, and to remind you just how great this show was. Now before we get started, I want to let you know that I do go live every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central for a weekly Gen X hangout. We watch old video clips, listen to music, and laugh about all the things we remember from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. It's a pretty fun time, and I'd love to have you stop by and say hi. Oh, and one more thing. If you are thinking about running to the comments to share your memories of Helen Hunt jumping out of a window while high on PCP, that wasn't an ABC Afterschool Special. That was from a made-for-TV movie called Desperate Lives. It's not here on YouTube, but I did put a link in the description to where you can find it online. Okay, let's do this. Here are 20 ABC Afterschool Specials that I love. The good, the bad, and the totally traumatizing.
Duffy Moon was the littlest kid in his class.
Sure it ain't too heavy for you, Shrimp?
Even kids half his age could get him down.
Hello?
Hello, is this the Shrimp?
Then one day, Duffy found a way to be a mouse no more.
In total control. I can make anything happen.
And just wait till you see what happens on the amazing cosmic awareness of Duffy Moon.
I'm starting off with an episode that aired before I was born, but it made such an impression on 70s kids that I heard about it well into the 80s, and of course I've watched it. The Amazing Cosmic Awareness of Duffy Moon first aired in February of 1976. And wow, is it the most 70s thing you will ever see, which is why I love it so much. This episode is all about a 6th grader named Duffy Moon who buys a magical book that enables him to think big. And I swear, after watching it, it's extremely difficult not to use the line, "You can do it, Duffy Moon," whenever the proper situation presents itself.
You are disturbing my concentration.
You can do it, Duffy Moon.
When he gives up, try calling help is here. Duffy, there's more to life than willpower, and the sooner you learn that, the better.
Just like a dynamic machine.
Link is in the description, and I cannot end this segment without telling you about the amazing cast in this episode. We've got Lance Kerwin a couple of years before James at 15. We've got Ike Eisenman before Return to Witch Mountain and Wrath of Khan, Star Trek, all that. We've got Jerry Van Dyke, like 2 decades before he was on Coach. And we've got Jim Backus, who had just ended his run on Gilligan's Island as Thurston Howell III. So yeah, definitely check out The Amazing Cosmic Awareness of Duffy Moon.
The circulation on our paper is terrible. We need to do something about it. And as editor of the Lincoln Log, I want our paper read.
Dear Lovey, Hart, I Am Desperate is all about a teenage girl who is a sophomore in high school, and she's on the staff of the school newspaper. And as the episode begins, she reluctantly takes on an advice column from her editor in secret so they can get more readers for the paper.
I've been fooling around with this idea for an advice to the Lovelorn column. And I think you'll do a great job of it.
Advice to the Lovelorn? Me? Oh, boy, that's really not my line. I mean, I'm just a sophomore. What do I know of love? What do I know of the world?
It's just that I think that you have the right touch for this sort of thing. Your writing, so light and lively.
Wow, Skip, I don't know.
I thought we call it Dear Lovey Hart.
Skip, that's so corny.
So? I said we want to make it light. Come on, Carrie. What do you say?
Well, I got a funny feeling I shouldn't be saying this, but I'll do it.
Great.
This episode first aired in May of 1976, and it was based on the book of the same name by Ellen Conford. Like most of the after-school specials from the early to mid-70s, the tone of Lovey Hart is much lighter compared to the episodes of the late 70s and 80s, which usually tackled more serious issues and could get quite dark from time to time. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Things got serious in October of 1976 with the episode titled Francesca Baby, which was about a teenage daughter dealing with her alcoholic mother when she finds support through a group called Alateen. I think Alateen is still around today, but I don't hear much about it. Back in the 70s and 80s, Alateen was a well-known peer support group for teenagers who were affected by a family member's drinking. This episode was the first time that ABC Afterschool Specials tackled the topic of dealing with a parent who has an addiction or mental illness, but it definitely wouldn't be the last.
Hi, remember me? Sure. Patty, isn't it? Yeah, nice to see you here. You want to come over and sit with us? No, if you don't mind, I'll just sit back here. My first time I felt the same way. See you later, Francesca.
Everybody, please settle down and take your chairs. We're going to start the meeting. We're a little late, but we're going to start right now. Hello, I'm Mike.
Hi, Mike.
I'm the group leader tonight. And since it seems like most everyone is here, Patty, would you lead us in the prayer, please?
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
We'll return after these messages.
Look, it's a green-bellied sapsucker group.
That's Digger!
Smack, smack, sugar smacks. Give me a smack, and I'll smack you back. Fun to eat those smacks of wheat. Kellogg's Sugar Smacks.
Kellogg's Sugar Smacks, a part of this complete breakfast. Hey, what's wrong with these binoculars?
Follow Frog up.
Give me a smack, and I'll smack you back. Kellogg's Sugar Smacks.
You will dig them.
Do your homework.
Oh, Mom.
Wear your raincoat.
Oh, Mother.
Later, after we eat. You want to be soft. You gotta be firm. There's a right time for snacks, and I say when. Then I insist on Hostess, because they're always so fresh. Chocolatey cupcakes, tender fruit pies, golden Twinkie snack cakes with cream filling. Fresh, wholesome Hostess meets my tough standards. So when I say yes, it's Hostess.
Now back to our story.
In April of 1977, ABC aired an after-school special titled Very Good Friends, starring Melissa Sue Anderson from Little House on the Prairie. Based on the award-winning young adult novel Beat the Turtle Drum by Constance Green, Very Good Friends is a story about a young girl who must come to terms with the accidental death of her little sister.
I'm sorry, Joss. It shouldn't have been me. It should have been me.
This one is super sad, as you would expect, but it's also kind of unique because it tells the story of the death of a child through another child's eyes. It was so well done with strong writing and performances that Tassie won an Emmy for this episode for Outstanding Children's Information Special.
I never pretended, Kate. He was here. You have to understand Jean-Pierre like I do, Kate. He was a real friend. He was there when I needed him. Do anything in the world for me. But he didn't want to hang around. He had other things to do. It's very simple, Kate.
It is Hal McCain. Oh, there he is. Oh, isn't that nice? A lovely young lady. Another guest. Why, oh, Hal! Hello. Tell me, Hal, would you say that you are more like the secret agent in Triple Threat or the jewel thief in your last movie, Passport to Paris?
Jewel thief or secret agent, you know, it's all in a day's work.
Now, is it true that you left Beverly Hills and moved your family to a small town in Long Island?
That's true.
Where in Long Island?
Woodport.
Woodport! Oh, isn't that wonderful? Are you here to make a new movie? Why the move, Hal?
Well, we just wanted to get away from Beverly Hills so my daughter Dina could lead a more normal life.
Oh, this lovely young lady is your daughter. Oh, well, you must think it's pretty special to have such a wonderful daddy. Now, what is it like to be the daughter of a superstar like Hal McCain?
Well, I've never been anything else.
A Movie Star's Daughter aired for the first time in October of 1979, and as that straightforward title suggests, this one is all about a shy teenage girl whose dad happens to be one of the biggest movie stars on the planet. He decides to move his family out of Beverly Hills and across the country to a small town on Long Island, and when the daughter enrolls in her new school, she struggles to make new friends. That is, until it's discovered that her father is famous. Link is in the description.
Excuse me, this table's already taken.
Look at her blouse.
Sorry, I just saw the empty seat. For your information, this table is always taken by the members of the Cameo Club.
I said I was sorry.
Where in the world did she get that skirt? Mars.
Dinky Hocker is one of those after-school specials that you just remember because of the name alone. It's about an overweight teenage girl named Dinky Hocker who is obsessed with food and can't stop eating. It's only when she turns to a friend for help that she starts to make changes to her eating habits. Wendy Jo Sperber stars as Dinky Hocker, who we all remember from just about every 80s show that you can think of, especially Bosom Buddies and Private Benjamin, and of course she was in Back to the Future. Her mom was played by June Lockhart, who is famous for playing the mom in Lassie and on Lost in Space. Both Sperber and Lockhart are really great in their roles as they portray a mother and daughter who have a very difficult time communicating and understanding each other. It's a very good example of that generational gap between the very first Gen Xers and their silent generation parents.
Do you have to be so impatient with us? With Susan?
You mean about her diet? Oh, come on now. Aren't you just making a big fuss about a little baby fat?
The fat baby grows into the fat adult, Mrs. Hocker.
Lost 6 pounds so far, Mama. What did you say, dear? Did you lose something? Just write it on a note and leave it on my bedside table and I'll buy you another.
Okay, kiddos, it's puberty time!
On today's after-school special, the kids from My Mom's Having a Baby are back and making new discoveries.
You have got to see the girl that sits next to me.
First love and the pain that goes with it.
Did you dance with any cute boys last night?
No, only the ugly ones.
Getting braces. Acne. Anything. It's tough. Where do teenagers come from?
Okay, this is a fun one. Where Do Teenagers Come From is a sequel to an after-school special from 1977 that I talked about in my first video on this topic. It was called My Mom's Having a Baby, which told kids everything they needed to know about where a baby comes from, and it even featured a live birth. Fast forward to 3 years later, to March of 1980, and we get the same 3 kids from My Mom's Having a Baby who are now 12 years old and going through puberty. Where Do Teenagers Come From focuses on the girl in the group who wonders about all of the changes that's happening to her body, as well as the new feelings she has as she develops into a young woman. Both My Mom's Having a Baby and Where Do Teenagers Come From are outstanding examples of the ABC After School Special, and I have put links to both episodes in this video's description.
Honestly, Pete, you act as if you've never seen a girl before. I never have seen one like this. Oh, you're kidding. Does she have 3 heads? Man, Oscar, come on, I gotta tell you.
Is it the one that you introduced me at lunch?
Yeah, she
It is?
like this. You know.
Wow.
See you tomorrow, guys! So my mom does this whole number on me about how I have to do 2 hours of homework every night.
Oh, I get that all the time, too.
Yeah, but get this. She says if I don't, I can just forget parties and sleepovers and stuff.
Oh, you're kidding.
No. I mean, sometimes
sometimes I think she lies awake at night just trying to think of ways to make my life miserable.
Oh yes, my mother was never a kid. This is one of my favorites because I love anything and everything that has to do with time travel. So here's the official description of this episode. It's 1981, and a teenage girl named Victoria Martin is convinced her mother doesn't understand the younger generation. After she bangs her head, Victoria is sent back in time to 1944 and meets her mother as a teenager. Now, who wouldn't want to meet their parents as teenagers? I mean, this was literally the idea that sparked the script for Back to the Future. Now, I must admit that this after-school special isn't quite as good as Marty McFly's story, but for a short 30-minute episode of TV that aired in 1981, it's pretty great. Link in the description.
1944? Allied bombers? How can it be 1944? Well, if I had to be trapped in the past, I'm glad it's with someone as crazy as Cece.
Felicia! What are you doing?
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
And who is this, Felicia? I don't believe we've met before.
That's Grandma. My own Grandma. Only she's Cece's mother. And if she's Cece's mother, then Cece is...
This is... Victoria, is something wrong?
And Cece is... my mother?
We'll return after these messages.
Poochie! Poochie is here!
Good night, girls.
Look at my heartthrob box. It's got a heartthrob book and a picture frame. You got his picture! You're so lucky. It wasn't luck, it was Poochie. Now I need a lock of his hair. How will you get that? Yeah, how will you get that?
Lights out, girls.
Does Poochie know his barber?
My heartthrob box comes with everything you see here. Poochie, new by Mattel.
Danny's a racing man, but more than bikes, what Danny likes is in every Kellogg's pack. I'll keep him coming back for 2 scoops of plump, juicy raisins in Kellogg's Raisin Bran. Round as hard as he can, he leaves the pack, but he's thinking back to those golden flakes of bran. He's turning back again for 2 scoops of plump, juicy raisins in Kellogg's Raisin Bran.
Part of this complete breakfast. Now back to our story.
They're here. It's time.
Amy and the Angel first aired in September of 1982, and holy crap, listen to the names in this episode's cast. Helen Slater, Meg Ryan, James Earl Jones, Matthew Modine. Like, what is even happening right now? The actors in Amy and the Angel did their best with the material they were given, which unfortunately wasn't much. The story is about a depressed 17-year-old girl played by Slater who gets a visit from her guardian angel after wishing she'd never been born. So yes, it has an It's a Wonderful Life kind of feel to it, but the execution isn't as strong. It's trying to do way too much in 45 minutes, but still, I recommend giving Amy and the Angel a watch, if not just for the opportunity to see so many great actors super early in their respective careers.
Amy, you're looking so hard at everything you think is wrong with your life. You can't see what's good.
There's nothing to see. It just gets worse and worse. I used to think it would get better, but it won't. It's always going to be the same.
Amy, you've had it rough. I know that. A lot of things you're feeling, you have a right to feel. But you've got to believe it will get better. You've got to give it a chance.
Oliver, it's never going to be good for me. I'm nothing.
Amy, if you think of yourself as a loser, people are going to think you're a loser too. People pick up on what you feel about yourself.
Wait till you get to know me.
boy, have you got it wrong. You're real important to a lot of people. If you'd open up to them, you'd see how much they care.
Sometimes I think it would have been better if I had never been born.
You don't mean that.
Anyway, this year her parents are letting her have a really big party. And listen to this. Every cool guy this side of 10th grade is going to be there.
Oh, lucky. Well, we can Ritzy Seaview. You know, you'll probably meet some rich guy and fall madly in love.
I doubt that. She says the rich kids are a bunch of snobs. They'd probably freak out if they found out my dad lost his job.
Well, why? It's not his fault the school ran out of money. And besides, you said he'll be teaching again in the fall.
I know, but just try telling that to the junior jet set.
Boy, they sound like a real bunch of creeps.
Yeah. I'm so glad Brenda's friends aren't like that. I mean, if there's one thing I really can't stand, it's a snob.
Another episode that features many well-known actors in the cast, Have You Ever Been Ashamed of Your Parents? Stars Marion Ross from Happy Days, Jennifer Jason Leigh before Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Carrie Michelson from Give Me a Break, and Julie Pekarsky from the original cast of Facts of Life. Based on the book The Gift Horse by Sheila Hayes, this episode is all about two teenage girls, one from a wealthy family and one from the middle class, who become best friends over the summer. This story may sound simple, but it's an honest early 80s look at different social classes and how being rich doesn't always make you happy. Definitely worth a watch, and of course, the link is in the description.
The Fairchilds. We don't even know them. Why are we staying with them?
Well, because, honey, their cook is going to take a month's vacation, and Aunt Jessie has arranged for me to take her place.
You're going to be a cook?
What's wrong with being a cook? It's just a job like any other.
No, it's not.
Fran, now your mother has a gift when it comes to cooking. People admire that, and they're willing to pay for it. Look, you know how rough things have been around here lately. This job could really help us out.
But Dad, a cook? And especially for the Fairchilds. I mean, Brenda says their daughter is the snobbiest girl in her class.
Look, don't you think you ought to get to know her first, before you begin to judge her? You'll probably like her.
Like her? I'll probably never even meet her. After all, don't servants have to use the back stairs?
On the next After-School Special,
Is something wrong?
Brian can't read or write.
What are the words? I mean, what do you see? You know, I can't even tell time.
And nobody understands his problem.
Hey, read that sign. Why?
For Brian, everything's backwards. The riddle of dyslexia.
Up next is an ABC After-School Special from 1984 titled Backwards, The Riddle of Dyslexia. And I included this episode for two reasons. River Phoenix and Joaquin Phoenix, who at the time was credited as Leaf. This story is all about a 13-year-old boy, played by River, who has problems reading, and his teachers automatically blame it on laziness. However, it's later discovered that he has dyslexia. Now, I will admit that this episode is lacking in many ways. It's a superficial approach to the issue, and the message kind of gets lost, but it was an attempt to approach a topic that wasn't really talked about in 1984, and they did it in a kid-friendly way. I appreciate it for what it is and what it's trying to do, but let's be real. The biggest reason to revisit this episode is to see River and Joaquin together.
This powerful brother Brian had a secret. What? He wouldn't tell anyone what it was. Why? Because it's not a secret if you tell anyone. He'd tell his brother. No, he wouldn't. Make it so he told his brother. Brian, what was the secret? You want to tell the story. All right, go ahead. No, you tell it. Only tell what the secret was. This big, gigantic, powerful brother Brian was. What? A dumbbell. No, he wasn't. He was real smart. He was smarter than anyone else in the whole world. I've got some homework to do, Robbie. Will you finish the story later? Yeah? Do you know why? Why? Because you're such a good kid.
Today on the After-School Special, he's just another student.
Right.
Or is he?
Nobody knows anything. Only the principal.
keep it that way.
He's out to find the dealers before they find the kids.
You into speed?
But he can't get involved.
Don't you ever want to kiss me?
He's a high school narc.
Don't you just love the name of this one? High School Narc, in my mind, was the inspiration for 21 Jump Street. Is that true? I have no idea, but I'd like to think that it is. High School Narc was an after-school special that aired in December of 1985, the height of the Nancy Reagan Just Say No crusade, and more than a year before the premiere of 21 Jump Street. It was all about a 22-year-old police officer who poses as a student to find the identity of a drug supplier at an inner-city high school. So yeah, I feel like I've made my case. As for the cast, we see Michael E. Knight, who played Tad Martin on All My Children for over 30 years, as well as Nancy Travis and Viggo Mortensen, earning some of their earliest credits.
Andrew. Come here. Are you into speed? Sure. What? Free sample. One time only. Thanks. You want any more, you know where to find me.
On the next After-School Special,
I just think you should have someone. Like, you shouldn't be alone.
Danny wants to find a date for his mom.
40, masters in English, writing a novel, and never been married.
Daddy, there he is!
Madeline Kahn stars in Wanted the Perfect Guy.
Don't wait up, okay?
Wednesday.
Wanted the Perfect Guy first aired in October 1986, and it starred Ben Affleck a couple of years after his run on Voyage of the Mimi, alongside Madeline Kahn, post Blazing Saddles, and Clue. Affleck plays Kahn's 13-year-old son, who believes that his mom is lonely and looking for companionship. So he decides to place a personal ad in the newspaper looking for the perfect guy. The plot of that probably doesn't make sense to anyone born after 1986, but it made perfect sense at the time to young Gen Xers who had single moms. I will say, though, that Affleck's character is a little too obsessed with his mom's love life, but that's probably because he was really in need of or looking for a father figure. But I could be wrong. Ultimately, it's super sweet that the boy loves his mama and just wants her to be happy.
Telling you, this is the answer.
Answer to what?
My mom. I bet she doesn't even know about the personals.
You're kidding, right? Everybody knows about the personal.
I never heard of it before.
Well, you're pathetic.
What's D mean?
Divorce.
An S?
Single, you redhead. Look, I hate to burst your balloon, bro, but your mom wouldn't be quite dead answering one of those.
Why not?
She's not the type.
Yeah, right.
She wouldn't answer an ad in the first place.
Right. She wouldn't, but we would.
Hey, all right.
Things got super serious once again in the episode titled A Family Again from October of 1988. It was all about a family who must come to grips with their own grief after their oldest daughter is killed. This one can be tough to watch, but it's not just for the subject matter. This was the final television acting role for Judith Barcy, a 10-year-old who was murdered by her father on July 25th, 1988, nearly 3 months before this episode aired. It's a horrible story, one of the worst to ever come out of Hollywood, so let's move on. Starring alongside Judith was Ricki Lake, around the same time she played Tracy Turnblad in Hairspray, as well as real-life married couple Jill Eikenberry and Michael Tucker. The link to A Family Again is in the description.
No. I know I need help. I I just feel so guilty and angry and sick. Beth's senior ring came today.
This isn't the time to talk about this.
Dad, we're all thinking about Beth, but we never talk about what happened.
Yeah, Lindsay. But this isn't going to help. Do you want to upset everybody?
Dad,
Huh?
everybody's
Do you
already
wanna make a big
upset,
scene?
and it's
I mean,
not
can't
gonna
we
get
talk about
any
this in the
better if
morning?
we pretend everything's okay.
I'm glad I'm the only one who has to work in the morning.
Dad!
On the next ABC Afterschool Special, cocaine.
You four have been friends forever.
It can kill a friendship.
Think we should say something to Coach about it? I'm watching you come apart. It's like you're a different person. Someone told Coach she's got a drug problem.
You did something you knew was right. I don't swim with tattletales.
Tattle, when to tell on a friend.
Oh man, this next one is one that I remember vividly watching back in October of 1988 after racing home from school. I was barely in junior high at the time, so watching anything about high schoolers was the coolest thing I could possibly do. Which reminds me of one thing that Tassie said in his interview about the Afterschool Specials. He noted that kids don't watch entertainment about people their own age. They tend to watch stories about kids who are a little older. So it makes sense that I was obsessed with high school TV shows and movies in the late 80s. Anyways, I'm sorry about the tangent. This episode is called Tattle, When to Tell on a Friend, and it's all about 4 close friends who are members of their high school swim team, but those bonds are broken when 2 of them experiment with cocaine. Allison Smith from Kate and Allie stars in this one alongside Tammy Lauren. As one reviewer put it, this short movie was excellent in teaching kids the effects and consequences of drug use, not to mention protecting a friend and doing what is in their best interest. Now, this one is not available here on YouTube, but I was able to find it in the University of Georgia Collections Library, so it is available for free online, and I put that link in the description.
Maybe you can talk to Coach about it. I mean, tell her you used the stuff, and she can explain how it affects you.
And you're swimming.
That's it, isn't it? That's all you guys care about is this stupid meat. You want us to blame in case we lose the finals. Maybe you're the problem. What's your time been like lately?
Hey, you guys, come on. We can't win the state meet if we're fighting.
Just told him to jump. He'd jump.
I understand that you have to do what they say.
Who are they? What we have to do is behave as if everything is all right. He needs our support. He needs help. Daddy, I love you.
My dad can't be crazy, can he? Next.
My Dad Can't Be Crazy, Can He? Was the first after-school special to tackle the topic of schizophrenia. And in this episode, they showed the point of view of a teenage boy, played by Will Wheaton, who is unable to deal with his schizophrenic father. The tagline made the subject of this episode pretty clear. What would you do if your father suddenly became a stranger? Mental illness wasn't a big topic of conversation in the 80s, so this episode was pretty bold for taking on the subject. And like the dyslexia episode that I talked about earlier, it kept things pretty simple and at an age-appropriate level while doing a pretty decent job of starting a conversation. They even put a disclaimer at the beginning of the episode, encouraging parents to watch with their kids.
Dad? Dad? Dad, come in. Come on in. It's cold out here, Dad.
They don't know. They just won't listen to me.
I know. Come on. It's okay.
Dear Jenny, you're so neat. I don't usually pour my heart out like this. I'm mesmerized. Your effervescent charm. My passion for you will never be quenched. I will always thirst for your companionship.
Oh, Jenny, you must feel so special. I feel like a Pepsi.
Double your refreshment. Double your enjoyment. Oh, no single gum. double freshens your mouth like double mint gum. Double, double your refreshment. Double, double your delight. Oh, no, single gum, double freshens your mouth like double fresh, double good. Come on and double mint gum.
There's no single gum like it.
Mom, are they ready yet? I'm still working on it.
Rice Krispies treats are so easy to make, they take no time at all.
These things take time.
But they taste so good. Your family will think you slaved over them all afternoon. And if that's what they think, well, what they don't know won't hurt them. Rice Krispies treats.
Honey? I don't believe it.
During its 25-season run, many ABC after-school specials addressed the topic of alcohol, but each time it was approached from a different angle. In Over the Limit, which first aired in February of 1990, the story focused on a high school student played by Keith Coogan who struggles with whether or not to come forward with what he knows about a tragic drunk driving accident involving one of his best friends. Other faces that you may recognize in this episode besides Coogan include Michael St. Gerard, who I'm pretty sure played Elvis Presley in every movie and TV show in the 90s, as well as Sam Rockwell, who shows up as a high school student and member of the swim team. It's one of his earliest credits, but even at 20 years old, it's clear from his performance that Rockwell would go on to be one of the best actors of our generation. I mean, for me, he's easily in the top 10 of Gen X actors. Over the Limit is definitely one of the stronger ABC after-school specials, and it 100% followed the ABC rule of the kid always had to figure out what to do and do it. Probably the only negative about this episode for me was the soundtrack, which included a song from REM called Get Up that they played over and over again. I swear, after watching this episode again to prep for this video, if I ever hear Get Up again, it will be too soon.
Now, these numbers are BACs, which stands for blood alcohol concentration. That's the amount of alcohol that's in your blood. A BAC of 0.05, and you're impaired. Over 0.10, now you're legally intoxicated in this state. Now, most of you guys, you drink 5 beers over a few hours, you're going to go over the limit. Even if you have a few stiff vodkas. And you girls, faster. You know the accident we had a little while ago? The boy that was driving, Chris Walsh, he had a BAC of 0.11. And the others that were in the car, they all went from between 0.05 and 0.1. So that if any of them were driving, we would have had the same story. Because all it takes is enough alcohol in your bloodstream. You get in your van or your car, you go 100 miles an hour around the curve, and then I get a call.
Stood Up is another one of those after-school specials that still lives in my head rent-free 35 years later. It aired 1 week after my 13th birthday in December of 1990, and I remember it like it was yesterday because of the premise and because of the star. Stood Up was about a teenage girl played by Lucy Deakins, who appeared in The Great Outdoors a couple of years prior. She gets stood up for the high school prom, an event she did a lot of planning and prep for, including purchasing a pricey dress. So she decides to sue her date. Starring alongside Deakins was Kimberly Williams Paisley just a few short months before the release of Father of the Bride, as well as Jeffrey Owens, who is in the middle of his run as Elvin on The Cosby Show. This one is such a snapshot in time. I have this theory that 1987 to 1991 is like this special little era with its own music and fashion and look, and Stood Up fits right into that theory. So if you're a 48-year-old woman like me in 2026, I think this might be right up your alley.
How did this happen? I don't know, Dave. You know, I thought she was a normal person, but I guess I was wrong. I didn't take her out, and now she's suing me.
The prom date that became a lawsuit. I mean, I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried.
There she is. There's Becky. What are you after, Becky? Is it revenge?
No comment.
Would you go out with Garrett again if he were to ask you?
Ask Miss Noonan's attorney. I speak for her when I say that there's...
No comment.
Who got caught in the drug test.
What? Did you know?
It's a mistake. My son is not a liar.
Science isn't a liar either, Mrs. Hatch.
Doogie Howser's Lisa Dean Ryan and Allie Mills of the Wonder Years in Testing Dirty on the Afterschool Special Thursday.
Oh man, Testing Dirty from October of 1990. This one has everything. Landline telephones, passing notes in class, and Adam Sandler selling drugs in the bathroom. What more could you want? Testing Dirty starred Christopher Daniel Barnes, who would later play Greg in the Brady Bunch movies, and Lisa Dean Ryan during her run as Wanda on Doogie Howser. It's all about a teenage boy who's never done drugs in his life, but he ends up testing positive for drugs when he's subjected to random drug tests from his high school. This after-school special actually asks some good ethical questions and gets you thinking. Instead of focusing on the drug war and the just say no dare mindset of the time, it challenged the notion of random drug testing at school and the good intentions of teachers and administrators. As one reviewer put it, as well-intentioned as the principle of random drug screens in high school may be, it can cause a great deal of harm to an innocent kid and his family while ignoring another kid who may be drowning in addiction. The signs would all be there, but simply are ignored due to the fact his drug testing number hadn't come up yet.
Hey, Greg, Jay, come on, guys. What are you doing in there?
Hey, all right, you cool?
Yeah,
When we outside. Okay, listen up. All right. Good stuff, man. You won't be disappointed.
I hope not. First period bells in 2 minutes. Okay, coach. What's going on, Jay? Hey, coach.
How's it going? Later, buddy.
See you later, man. Hey, Jay, I thought you weren't doing that stuff anymore. I thought you stopped being my mother.
Today's After-School Special deals with sex education and contains frank discussions of teenage sexuality. Parents are encouraged to watch and discuss with their children. How do you know you're ready?
I always thought that you would go first.
How do you know he's the one?
If you really love me, you'd want to.
How do you get all the facts?
Why are you asking me this?
What's the answer?
You can't get pregnant the first time, can you?
Tracy Gold in the ABC After School Special, A Question About Sex, next.
What is it about that question?
A Question About Sex aired in September of 1990, and it starred Tracy Gold, aka Carol Seaver from Growing Pains, as a teenage girl who gets involved in school politics by advocating for sex education when a close friend of hers gets pregnant. Meanwhile, she starts to become concerned about her own sexual development when it becomes clear that she and her boyfriend are moving too fast, and she doesn't feel comfortable talking about it with her mother. Here is the episode's tagline, which literally screams, "This episode was made before the internet." The tagline is, when a girl needs answers and everybody keeps saying, "I don't want to hear it," where can she learn and how? In addition to Gold, we also got a brief appearance from Vince Vaughn a full 6 years before Swingers, so that's pretty awesome. Of course, if you're interested in checking out A Question About Sex, there is a link in the description.
So you must have been so bored of reproductive health.
Oh, that class was such a joke. You remember how out of proportion those diagrams were? It looked like your uterus was in your lungs.
You see, they teach the biology, but not what you really need to know. Like how do you know you're ready for sex?
How about you, Allison? You and Michael making it?
No. How did we get on this subject anyway?
I wanted to know if a person can get pregnant the first time.
You most certainly can get pregnant the first time. But you won't get pregnant if you practice the one method of birth control that's absolutely 100% guaranteed effective.
What?
Well, say no. The best birth control is abstinence. And you be careful.
Great, now Miss Josie thinks I'm sleeping around.
What is it about that question?
Okay, that's going to do it for this list of ABC After School Specials. Remember, all of the links for this video and my first video on this topic are in the description. You've got hours of ABC After School Specials in your future if you go to my description of this video. And if you'd like talking about all things 70s, 80s, and 90s, remember that I go live on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Central, And I also have channel memberships with special perks and a free Discord server where we live in the past and have weekly watch-alongs of our favorite TV shows and movies. Right now, we're watching Little House on the Prairie and The Incredible Hulk. Both shows we're watching in order, 2 episodes every week. Please come and join us. It's a pretty good time. Okay, bye.